Hello, student friends. Welcome to all ALPNs to this flash session. I hope I'm audible. Quickly confirm if I'm audible. If you're able to hear me, see me quickly, confirm so that we can get started with the session. Yes, Harita saying good evening. Industry saying good evening. Yes, yes. Are you able to hear me? Can you quickly confirm if you're able to hear me? Can you quickly confirm if you're able to hear me? Yes, Akhil, hello. Right. Are you able to hear me? Can you please confirm? Okay. So fine. So what we'll do is, I think now that I got a broad understanding that all of you are able to hear me, so we'll get started today. I've called for this flash session. We have decided this session only an hour back. The reason we wanted to do this was I think we had a couple of very important updates that have come up, as you all know, in the last half a day, right? I know Prime Minister Modi was announcing the country at 4 p.m. today, but I thought we had, as CLAT students, as ALPNs, in this last half day, today we had very important updates for us also. ILET has given some updates, CLAT has given some updates. I just thought, while you would have got a chance to see the notice already, the notice is shared in the Abhyaas LawPrep domain as well as Telegram and other chats already. We thought we would want to kind of take you guys through the thing in clear manner. And I also thought in case you had, as students, you had any questions based on this, I am ready to answer. Okay, so great. So what we shall do is, let me quickly, without delay, let me first take you to the broad thing that the CLAT committee has planned to update you. What did they tell? What is that we should know, right? The thing that I want to kind of tell all of you is, these are the things that we have right now. First thing, friends, this is a survey they've conducted and they've made a decision finally. And I'm very happy to say, some of you in our classes, you remember you asked me earlier, what do you think? You asked me, many of you have asked me, sir, what do you think will happen? If you remember, I told you that the chance of exam being done offline is very less. At the same time, the chance of exam going to be done at home, online at home also is very less. I think the exam will go online, but at some center. Do you remember that? Did we discuss that in the class? If I remember well, we discussed that in the class. One of the students asked me, I said that the exam most probably would be conducted online this time and somewhere in some centers instead of it being done at your home, right? So CLAT 2020, finally they decided that it will be an online exam. So all of you who have been asking me, sir, should we do some physical paper, etc. Now it's pretty clear. You don't need to, there's no use practicing physical papers, etc. It's important for you to kind of keep practicing online as much as possible. And whatever you have been doing with AbhyaasLawPrep for the last 3 to 4 months will put you in a very good state. Continue that till the last date. Work on it. And so I'm happy. In a way, I'm proud also. I can say, see, I said so. Right? As a teacher, it always feels good when the final exam kind of gets done in the way that we say. So while I'm happy that way, but I'm more happy. I'm happier in a way to kind of say that my students are all going in the right direction. So your online preparation now has to be taken seriously. Many of you who are behind the tech team to kind of give you a PDF, etc., please come out of that mindset. PDF will still be given. We are not going to stop any work that we are doing. But the most important thing is I want all of you to take your online exams pretty seriously from now onwards. Right? I'm not saying you did not take it seriously, but some of you who did not, I think it's time that you take it far more seriously than you have done earlier, next 1.5 months, right? Second thing is the last date to apply is now July 10th. And in fact, CLAT has given an opportunity for students if you want to withdraw also. That is, they're going to pay you some money. They're going to refund the money by deducting some charges, some nominal charges, 400 500 rupees based on the category, but they're going to refund the remaining amount. I think if they've given this opportunity probably because they feel, because the exam is no more offline, not paper based, if they believe that someone is not comfortable going to an online center, etc., they've given the chance. So those who are from probably those who are not comfortable doing an online exam, etc., might take a refund. We don't know, but all the serious aspirants will actually be rejoicing at this because it will give them an opportunity to kind of continue preparation and stuff. So that is a good thing for us anyway. So this is a decision that CLAT committee has taken today. And the second thing that we have, I thought this is a very important thing that I want to kind of discuss about this, friends. Sometime back, Please know that for all of you, this is a sudden change. CLAT going suddenly online middle of the year. But believe me, friends, as teachers, for us, it's not new. And let me tell you, it is not even new for CLAT. CLAT has gone online before. CLAT happened online before. They've again went back. And it's not a new thing. So earlier when CLAT was online, these are the things that were there. For example, they used to give something called question paper view. This we need to wait for the official thing, but we still thought, at least in the past, we thought we should give you some idea of how these things work, so you should know. What happens is, this is pretty normal in all online exams, not only for CLAT. Most of the online formats, what happens is, you have something called, there's a tab where you can look at the question paper view. That is something for those of you who are still used to this offline thing, that will still be there mostly. Then the second thing is, there's some earlier they used to have a section change option. That is, you can jump from one section to the other section online also. That is one option that is there. You can scroll, and you can also mark for review. You have seen a question you don't want to attempt, you've attempted, you are not sure, you want to review it later, you can mark for review. Highlighting, etc. also is not possible. Please understand, highlighting in the passage is something that is not possible. RC that you are used to do in physical paper, that's one thing that is not possible in online exam. That is, they'll not allow you to highlight passages as you want. That is one thing that is not available. So this is based on the last earlier CLAT pattern, earlier online CLAT situation we had. These are some updates we had, and let's see, while they kind of, if they release a kind of more clear mock test, we'll know better. We'll keep talking. I think I'll also start taking questions here, friends. Yeah. So Reshma is asking me. Yes, Gautam is saying your words came true. Thank you, Gautam. We discussed this in the class. If I remember correctly, it was you who asked the question. Good. So Reshma is asking, it is difficult to comprehend on screen, need to read passage twice. Absolutely, Reshma, I agree. But let me tell you, Reshma, this is exactly the reason why you should be doing more online reading. That is where read mark comes in picture. That is where your regular online test comes in picture. And any tips, tricks with respect to online reading, we would have done long back. Now it's not the time to kind of say, how do I do my online reading better? No. Now the goal is only to say practice. Believe me, whatever handicap you see, Reshma, it is there for everyone. One useful thing, if you remember recently during the CLAT, we have done a CLAT webinar, CLAT strategy webinar. In that, I've said a suggestion. I would want to reiterate that. Me and Padma have done a session. Reshma, I said, those who find it very difficult, you like doing underlining, you like highlighting a passage, etc., which you cannot do it in a online passage. I have one suggestion for all of you. I have one idea for all of you. What you can do, Reshma, is you can always try and, the moment you read a passage, don't jump into questions, but make couple of lines. For example, a paragraph you've read, write a phrase about a paragraph. Each passage typically has 3 to 4 paragraphs. So summarize the first paragraph, say in a 3-4 words, in a phrase, not even a complete sentence. We are not there to, but that way what happens is you're always able to kind of, you are comprehended the passage in your way. You want to go back to the passage also, you know which paragraph to go to. So that's one suggestion I can give you, Reshma. That's one way to kind of ensure that online recursion is less. Okay, that's one thing. Yeah, Tarak Sai is asking why CLAT 2019 was offline. I think that's a question only CLAT consortium can ask. I think when online exam happened, Taraka, what happened was it was not conducted well. There were a lot of complaints and stuff. So finally, CLAT committee said it is far easier to go back. I would not like it. As a CLAT trainer myself, I say that's a very bad decision. That is like, instead of going forward and overcoming the problems, they said they'll go back and let's think of online only when the number of aspirants go beyond 2 lakhs. Till that time we'll do offline. That's a bad decision they made. And then anyway, Corona has forced them to go online. So, but I think the future is all online. We cannot go that. Yes. Online is, yes, obviously somewhat problematic, Gautam, rightly said, but we need to get used to it, and I'm happy. I'm sure, Gautam, ALPNs have been writing online tests for what now? Now 6 months. In fact, more than 6 months, right? From we have at least those who are long term with us. We force them to write online exams also from last many years. So you would have already written at least 10 to 20 exams, 10 to 20 mock tests, online mock tests. Yes or no? Yes, you can check that. Yeah, Akhil is asking a question. Can we deselect the option? Yes, absolutely, Akhil. You would have that option. You would have to kind of, just like you click it, you can also unclick it. That's something that is definitely available with the regular this thing. And we'll have to wait for the exact interface UI this time, user interface that CLAT committee would want to use. Once that comes out, we'll know clearly. But all the interfaces that were used earlier, every online exam interface has this option, Akhil, where you kind of take an option and you can also change the option. That's possible. That's definitely possible. No problem about that. That's something. Yes, Rahul himself has answered that. Good. Where to write? Will they give rough paper? Yes, Amanda. I think you can. They'll definitely give rough papers. You can always they'll give you some rough sheets, and you can always make the notes. That will be available. Yes, that's how we can practice. Yes. Aman is asking about rank booster classes. Yes, Aman, we have promised you already. Rank booster course is continuing till the time CLAT happened. That's what we planned. Earlier we thought it will be end of July. Now it is end of August, the way I see it. But yeah, the program will continue. The program will continue. We are not stopping. What might happen is toward the end, we might want to kind of give you a little, instead of giving you every mock test analysis separately, we might kind of combine both of them. We'll see. But we will ensure that ALP will do classes till the last date. We are not going to stop. That's one thing that I can tell you. Okay, right. Srilata is asking a question. In online exam, we cannot see all questions. Absolutely. That is a problem, Srilata. But also, like I said, there's an option for you called question paper view. There's a panel, even in fact, all the regular online, there's something called you can look at all the questions in a question paper format. I would want you to kind of research it. You can also check with the admin team and you can understand. But we'll see how the official CLAT does it. We also want you to train the same way. Yes. Yes. CLAT is on. Yes, CLAT is currently scheduled to be on 22nd August. 22nd August. Please note that CLAT will be on 22nd August. So I think now that I'm not having any new questions, let me quickly move on to the next thing that I wanted to discuss. Other big thing that we had today was AILET update also. AILET has said earlier, they said they'll do some Delhi-based reservation, etc. Now they have kind of gone back and said status quo. That is going back to the old thing. Right now, at least based on the current thing, we'll have to see how does Arvind Kejriwal, CM of Delhi, react, and accordingly we'll know. But for now, we can say right now they're going back to the overall old pattern. This is going to be there. The thing that they announced earlier is not going to happen. Now it will be like an old situation where 70 seats will go in the All India category only, and then the regular reservations will only be there. That means they're going to the old one, earlier one only. The new announcement that they made in the notification, that's not going to happen. Probably that is because they attracted less number of aspirants and stuff. They've gone back. That's a good thing for the non-Delhi students, All India students. That's something that you can have. Right, Venkat Sai is asking, sir, now we need to set up a webcam, sir. Venkat Sai, I think this is definitely needed for RPT. I'll explain that also. Let me kind of say that. IELTS is currently being planned to be done in a RPT mode. What is RPT mode? Please note that it is called remote proctored test. That is, you can write at your own home, at your own this thing, but they'll proctor it remotely. That is, they would definitely want access to your webcam and look at where you're looking and all that stuff. I know it is not very, it has not been very successful, I'll be very honest. To give you an idea, Abhyaas itself, we do RPT ourselves. We do RPT ourselves for our Gamble Academy admissions. Whatever we do, we still believe we have not, technology has not come to that stage. Remote proctoring has not become very, very successful. We have many ways of trying to do that, but at this point of time, we are not sure. Let's see what happens. But yes, RPT, you need to set up a webcam for sure. Yes. Gautam, please understand, Venkat Sai's question is more connected to RPT of IELT. CLAT right now is not in RPT mode. It is definitely in the mode of, it is going to be in the mode of at the center. So at the center, you don't need that. That is something that I wanted to kind of know. So when it is, what I want to kind of tell is, that question is more with respect to only IELT. RPT and webcam is only for IELT. Please understand, Gautam. Gautam, for CLAT, it is not necessary. But IELT right now, they said it is RPT. That means you need it to be kind of having webcam, and they would want to kind of check that. That's something that you should keep in mind. That's one update I want to kind of give you. Right. That's one update I want to tell you. Right. So let me go to the next one. So here also, they are also kind of giving the same thing. They are also allowing you to kind of withdraw. IELT also is allowing you to withdraw applications. I think that's all a good thing to do, because there are at least for some students who are not able to kind of come to, I don't know, because of Corona, they believe some people might want to not write, etc. Any serious aspirant would want to write. That's not a big deal. Another thing is, because this RPT is a new mode, I think this is a very, very important thing, and I wish it is successful. NTA is kind of National Testing Agency. NTA is a Government of India agency. They kind of have taken the thing to conduct all government exams. They're going to provide a webinar on how to handle it. We'll definitely discuss more on that as and when we have. And then they're also going to give you one mock. They're going to practice how to do the RPT from home. And if RPT is very successful, many exams might do RPT over time. But at this point at time, let me tell you, remote proctor test where the candidate writes a test from home, right now it doesn't have sanctity, not only in India, friends. But let me tell you, I have not found at this point of time technology gone to such a state where RPT can be very successful. I'll just give you an example of our own Gamble Academy. At Gamble Academy, we do a scholarship test to our incoming students, those who completed 10th and they join us for 11th and 12th program. We do it on RPT, remote proctor test, where a proctor is actually checking your webcam. And we also have internal, the thing is built, the tool is built in such a way that your browser, the moment you're going out of your browser for multiple tabs more than 3x, they'll disengage. A lot of things are there. But what we have found is somehow a lot of times when we do that, even if the browser does that, the candidate will complain saying I did not do anything like that. All these kind of complaints will come. So we are not very sure. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm saying I'm not very comfortable with RPT. I'm more comfortable with a center-based online test. Let us kind of look at that. That's what I would say. So, right. Questions? Yeah, Christ Likita is saying Christ conducted RPT. Even Christ exam, right? Some of these exams, many people complained. People were not very happy. Let's hope ICFI also had RPT. Yes, most of the exams, everyone is conducting RPT. Let's just hope that it is successful. Let's see, RPT at this point of time, I would not give so much sanctity to RPT. We'll have to wait and see if it is successful. But so far, I will believe it is useful for exam with lesser competition, lesser this thing. Integrity of the exam is not so high in RPT. Yes. Absolutely, Gautam. RPT can have issues like power, and you should kind of take care of it. You should have an inverter at home or a power backup, at least a laptop backup, internet backup. All these have to be taken care of. And you would know, as ALPNs, you would have seen so many classes, so many teachers are doing once in a week or once in a month. I'm sure one or two fluctuations happen in the class also. Teachers would have to schedule the class again. That happens. So when we are doing it from a studio, you would have seen, people who are doing it from a studio, the chance of fluctuation is less. For others, it's higher, etc. Those kind of issues are there. Technology cannot have, it cannot be glitch free, but we should be okay with it. So I just thought I'll give you these updates, and I want you to kind of yes, RPT. What are the things that we can expect? Let me kind of explain that. You are required to sit in front of your laptop. You cannot go somewhere. You cannot write somewhere, and enough light and space. Nobody else should be in the room. These are expected, right? No breaks. You cannot take a break. Use of virtual notepad that they'll allow you to kind of, they'll give you basically a kind of notepad kind of this thing. No, and the most important thing RPT works is no other browser. Only one browser can be opened, and you have to take care of your internet speed and power backup. Not too much of new things. You all know it. So I don't want to kind of do it. So I think I'll now open up to your questions, friends. Feel free to ask anything on your mind now that these two things are there. I just thought I'll first tell what the uh, committee, CLAT consortium and AILET committee has said. But questions. Okay, Durga is asking me, can you repeat once again about RPT, because just now I joined. Okay, so RPT is basically a remote proctored test, Durga. Remote proctored test is a test that you take from your home, right? Proctoring means invigilation. Proctoring means invigilation, and remote proctored test means someone is remotely invigilating you, as simple as that. Invigilator is not at your home. Invigilator is not with the candidate. Candidate writing the test and invigilator, both of them in the same room, could be a center-based test. But RPT is when invigilator is somewhere else, you are somewhere else. Proctor is somewhere else, you are somewhere else. So from your home, you are writing the test. Someone else is proctoring you virtually, remotely. That is called RPT. How do they do it? They'll do it through your webcam. They'll also give you some conditions with respect to, you cannot open more than one browser apart from the exam, and it will shut down the moment you open something else. A lot of these things are there. That is a broad definition of RPT. Durga, I hope that is helpful. Narsima is asking. No, Narsima, at this point of time, CLAT is not in RPT. CLAT has only given a clarity that CLAT is an online test this time. It is not going to be paper-based. It's not offline. It is going to be online, but they are going to give you online on some center. You have to come to a center and write the exam. That's the broad idea. Will they go to CLAT also go to RPT? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If RPT is genuinely successful, they might do. But at this point of time, I can say RPT tests are only being done for tests where lesser number of takers are there. Like you yourself said, Christ has done it, ICFI has done it. In fact, Gyan Abhyaas, we do it. But when there are more number of students and the integrity of the test has to be a lot more serious, I don't think RPT is possible. Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely, Reshma. Definitely, it's possible. I would suggest you to kind of take as many CLAT mock tests as possible, Reshma. That's the easiest way. I would suggest you to kind of. I don't know if you're ALPN or not, but ALPNs have access to 40 plus online mock tests. Kind of practice them in the next 1.5 months, and that should be good. Any mock tests for that matter, but yeah. Yes, Vasu is asking, what about CLAT? CLAT is going to be online, Vasu. That is the reason we are, Ramanamurthy, Vasu. The reason we are doing this session is also to kind of enable our students to know that CLAT is not offline anymore. CLAT is online first thing. But CLAT is going to be conducted in some specific locations. That is, you have to go to a center and do the exam. That's the update as of now. We don't know whether it will be allowed to be done at home. That we don't know. And it's going to be on August 22nd, Vasu. That's the update. Yeah, Rekha is asking. Yes. You're right, Rekha. In 2017-18, there are complaints. I believe the complaints were more with respect to the operations of it and a lot of things. I agree, but many bigger exams. Let me tell you, CAT. I'll talk about CAT conducted by IIMs every year. More than 3 lakh aspirants have been writing. From 2009, CAT has gone online and they've been doing it glitch free. IIT is going online, they're doing it glitch free, where 10 plus lakhs people are writing. So I think it's not a problem if they do it well. They'll have to get the right person, right team. You cannot kind of, for cost cutting, you look for a tech partner who is not so well versed and they'll have those problems. That's what they need to work on. Okay. Monica, yes, I think Monica, what will happen is for CLAT, they are going to give you an option to kind of set a center. Now they'll give you an idea what are centers available. You can check from there. We'll have to wait for that. Yes, they'll be allowed. We'll have to, at this point in time, the thing is they only said July 10th as a deadline for application. I think after that they'll do. After 10th, up to 10th, they're allowing you to kind of take your application back or apply those who have not applied, all that. I think after 10th, they'll start giving. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see. Yes, CLAT is center-based, Siva. It is not RPT. It is not to be done at home. You have to go to center and write. That's what is the update, Siva. Okay. Yes, Ajinkya, yes, servers are down, a lot of these things. But let me tell you, Ajinkya, again, these issues were more definitely, when you do it for the first time and if you don't have the right tech partner, the technology has to be handled by the right level of team, right? In fact, the issues were more in 1 year as compared to the other year. So that itself tells you the vendor, the partner has to be the right person, right? That is what I would say. Okay, that's not an issue. Yeah. Yes, another important update, our team is giving you the 10% EWS seats also will be now considered as unreserved. That's what you need to keep in mind. That's what they said. Okay, yes, they announced it in notification. Yes, absolutely, Srilata. CLAT 2020 online will be similar to JEE Main. JEE Mains only. Yes, JEE Mains, absolutely. Okay. Yes, I think Narsimacharilu, the thing I would say is every deemed university are also trying to figure out how to do it, because many deemed universities have got a complaint that when RPTs are not done well, that is remote proctor test, that is when candidate takes a test at home, they're not able to get the sanctity. They're not serious, they're not sure about it, and that's why they're doing this. And we'll give an update at this point of time. CLAT now that CLAT and AILET have given updates, now I'm sure other deemed law schools will start giving updates based on what is told today by the other testings. We'll wait for that. They'll also have to they now have a luxury to change the dates also. Now that CLAT got postponed by a lot of time, AILET got postponed, they'll have that. Let's see. Anjali, yes, what you should definitely do is LSAT and SLAT on the same day. You should kind of call them and check. Obviously, you should definitely request them to kind of, what happens is one of them will have to change mostly. Usually what we have seen is, if they are conducted on many different days, for example, if it's an ongoing exam, it's not a single day exam, then you can request them to give a different slot, but definitely talk to them. They should change. I'm sure it's not going to be, it's only a problem for them only. So we'll see. They have to change. Let's hope they'll change. Right now, yeah. Right now, I'm saying, but now that CLAT has also gone, see, the thing is, they felt they did not have enough timeline. They did not, because CLAT earlier was planned to be in July ending. Now that CLAT has obviously got postponed to August 22nd, I hope they will also reconsider and need not rush both of them on the same day. Let's hope they'll change. Let's hope they'll change. But logically, they should change. Otherwise, you will have to ask them to kind of refund you. That's better. Yes, Reshma is asking. I don't know, Reshma, which question? I think I've answered all the questions. Tanya, you're asking, can you select the options once selected? Absolutely. Can we reselect the options once selected? Yes, you can. You can reselect. You can this thing. That's definitely. Yes, Likita is saying she's mailed and they replied to her on what on that. Likita, which one you're talking about? Which specific thing you're talking about? SLAT, LSAT, Likita? Shiva is asking a very nice question. This is a very good question. I hope I was able to give the answer. August 22nd, is it a sure date or will there any be further postponed? That's a wonderful question, Shiva. I think I would say, I would put my neck out and I would say this is a sure shot. I'll tell you why. I did not say this for a July date or June date. I'll tell you why. I think world is also slowly adjusting to the corona situation. See, in April, May, we did not know what corona was. We did unlocking in June. We had faced second level of problems. Now locking down is going to happen again. There's a second level of lockdown happening everywhere in the major cities. What will happen is we'll get used to corona cases by the time August happens. I'm not saying corona will go away. Vaccine coming, etc. might take time, but more importantly, the government and the people will start adjusting to handling corona. Let me tell you, every day right now we have 20,000 cases. 20,000 cases per day in India is being seen as a big thing. Let me tell you, as your teacher, I'm telling you as a GK teacher specifically, you can expect to see 1 lakh cases per day 1 lakh corona cases per day in India soon, in a month. So I think once these things settle down, people will get used to, people will realize we have to normalize and stuff. So once the lockdown next time is lifted, I hope we'll not have a third lockdown. That way I'll say it is a sure short date. Okay, from my side. Yeah. Okay. Reshma is again. Yeah, this I've answered, Reshma. I told you, right? It's very much possible for you to adjust to on online CAT, get used to online CAT. Only thing is you need to write a lot of mock tests. So try to write as many mock tests as possible in the next 1.5 2 months, right? Yes, SLAT and LSAT exams about. Oh yeah, Likita. So what is the update you got, Likita? Can you share with your friends here? What is the update you got? What did you say? We cannot change. They would have said we cannot change. Yes, Aman, at this point of time, we have to go with the assumption that the user interface would be similar to what they have given already. And exact interface will wait. But believe me, Aman, most of the online interfaces are same. In fact, I'll tell you, our tech team, we've always had the ability to kind of, the moment a new interface comes, we kind of change in a very quick manner. Because interface at the end of the day, broadly it's same. Maybe the way UI flows, tabs flow, etc. That should not be a big problem. So we'll wait for that. Once we get more clarity, we'll discuss more on that also. Likita, you have to kind of, whatever answer you got, will you be comfortable sharing with your friends here when you wrote about SLAT and LSAT on the same day? Right? Okay, they asked you to send the registration details. Okay, fine. So I'm assuming now that they have time, they might actually change the date. Let's wait and see what will happen. They might either change a date for some of you who have the same date, etc. Or they might actually, if it's a single day exam, they might change the date. Let's see. We'll also get back to you. We'll also, from our side, we'll try to reach out to SLAT and LSAT committees and let's get back. Okay. Any questions, friends? Any other things that you want to ask me? Right? I thought we wanted to do this flash live session only because we had this update and I wanted ALPNs and CLAT this target CLAT 2020 aspirants to kind of not be in a dark. So we thought we obviously said notification, but we thought we should discuss more. Yeah. Sanjay, that is not for you guys. That is not for undergraduate, Sanjay. That is more for postgraduate students. LLM exam usually has a postgraduate exam, has a descriptive set also. This time, LLM exam also does not have any descriptive question. They also have only objective. That is the update on that. Yes. Abhyaas team is trying to respond to you. You can see Likita and others who are asking about LSAT SLAT. LSAT generally responds well. We'll have to see. Yes, you did not get any further details. We'll also follow up, Likita. Do not worry. But you keep following up. They respond well. We'll see. Yeah. What about AP Law? Durga, I think all state exams also will get postponed. I think Telangana has recently announced all exams are postponed. AP will also do it. We'll have to wait and see. Now that national exams themselves are going to be done in around August, we'll expect the same thing to happen with other exams also. We'll have to wait and see. Telangana has already kind of announced that there'll be all the exams will be postponed. More details are awaited, Anila. We'll have to see. But it's announced that it will be postponed. That's an update we have on the competitive exams, all the competitive exams. We'll wait and see. As and when we have any new information, you will get updates through mail, through I don't know, you have WhatsApp or through Telegram group, etc. Please keep logging onto your student portal, logging onto LawPrep website regularly. You will get all updates. You get all updates. You get all updates. Yes, every exam will be postponed now. I think this time, like I keep telling you in the classes, I think I'll meet you again in the class. I'll discuss this more, but I'll tell you this time it is not about your knowledge or skills. This time it's your ability to kind of stay focused. Anyone who is able to stay focused, the exam that was to happen on May 10th, now the exam will happen on August 22nd, 3.5 months. 3.5 months, can you believe that? So if you're able to 100-day delay in the exam, I think if you're able to ensure that your state of mind, your attitude, your alertness, your focus, if you can take care of that for 100 days, I think you will do well. Yeah. No, Srilata, there'll not be. I mean, VAT is obviously there for SLAT, but another thing is it's not like an offline kind of situation. It's online. It's there. It's there. Already we have done a detailed session on VAT also, how to do VAT, etc. We discussed already. Yes, SLAT has VAT, but we'll have to see how they're planning to do any other changes, etc. As of the last update, there is a VAT, online VAT. Yes. Yes, Padmak is asking a question. Non-NLUs having their own entrance exams have asked to pay fees. Yes, they also have a fee clause of refund. I think I'll be very honest. Padma, first thing what you should do is any deemed law school, any non-NLU law school who is asking you to pay fees, nothing wrong with that, but please negotiate with them, discuss with them that They cannot. They obviously have a 10,000 or so that can be cut as per UGC guidelines. Please underline UGC. I want you to note this carefully. You can go back and try to kind of research that. UGC guidelines are very clear about university fees. Anyone you can go and in fact, if the team actually will share with you, please research it. You need not worry about that. And second, them starting the coursework before this year will not be allowed. You can go. They cannot say because we are starting coursework, will not bear the feedback. Please tell them very clearly. Then will not join you. It's good that way. So don't unnecessarily. Yes, paying fees to block the seat is okay, but they have to refund you most of the amount except for the 10,000 or so according to UGC guidelines. If they are not ready to give you complete refund, please don't join. That's a simple thing. Do not take the risk. Yes, currently, Isha, the last date for CLAT is July 10th. And for AILET, it is July 1st to 7th. That's what we kind of shared in this thing. Yeah, you see, AILET, it is as seen in the slide, I have put July 1st to 7th. And CLAT, it is CLAT up to July 10th. They have given up to July 10th. Right. You can withdraw also same date, yes, up to July 10th. Why, Isha? Why are you asking about withdrawing? You're not. Yes, already my team also has answered there. Yes. Any other questions, friends, about online exam updates? Any other questions? Yes, absolutely. One of our friends here, I think, yeah, there's this thing. UGC has recommended that college reopen in October. Absolutely. Yes, this time the first semester might be cancelled as I see it every university, or they might kind of reduce the coursework. We'll see. Anjali, yeah, I've answered this question already, but I'll answer for you again. We are going to continue our classes. Do not worry. There is no postponing of the classes. We'll continue our classes. We will continue. We'll continue rank booster classes, and we'll ensure that till the time CLAT is conducted, we'll ensure that our CLAT 2020 takers are supported. Do not worry about it. Yeah, we'll continue the classes in some format or the other. Right? We'll see. Come August, we'll see. Current rank booster classes will continue. And if we have to change and if you have to kind of do something different, we'll do. But classes will continue. Yes. I think, yeah, Gautam, for that, we'll have to wait for the notification. I think the team can answer that. TS Lawset, whatever the change of date, and they might actually give you registration also, there will be changes. Right. Answer, Shiva is asking, yes, AILET is, yes, Shiva, that's what we're discussing. AILET is also online. AILET is actually much more online than CLAT, in the sense that, Shiva, AILET you can write from home. CLAT is online, you have to go to a center and write, but AILET you can write from your home. You can write straight from your home. That's called RPT, Remote Proctor Test. Right. So any other questions, friends? I'm here. I thought I just wanted to kind of reduce your anxiety. That is the broad goal. Yeah. AILET is online, Anila. AILET is online. It's actually remote proctor test. In the sense that it is online more than CLAT. You can write from your home. Remote proctor test online at home. Okay. Right. Girish is asking. Not able to see the whole module. Girish, I'm not able to understand your question. What is this about? Not able to see whole the module. Yeah. Yeah, Jagata Ramachandra Prasad, I think that is a problem that we have seen. This is something that we need to live with. In fact, that's why we suggest, that's why I say this is one big reason why I don't prefer RPTs, remote proctor test. Because when it's a remote proctor test, technical glitches, if suddenly it happens, it is at your side and they might not give you any chance. If it's a center-based proctor test, the good thing is, at least the center will give you they'll kind of move you to a different system, they'll get you started, they'll do something. So that's definitely a problem with RPT. Yeah. Durga Bhavani, yes, we have already increased the mock test. Mock test will continue till the time CLAT is happening. That you need not worry. I don't know, you can enroll and you can also get that. We obviously do mock test. That is what is AbhyaasLawPrep always. We always ensure that. In fact, last year also, I think when the exam got a couple of weeks, we did that. Do not worry about that. You will get exams till the end. Don't even worry about number of mock tests. We'll give you enough. Okay. Yes. When is AILET? AILET, if you see, it's already it is in July. AILET is in July. I think I'm just trying to kind of put the thing with you here. AILET exam is around August 18th. Sorry, 4 days before the CLAT. CLAT is on 22nd. AILET is on 18th. Yes. Can you please keep more sectional based tests and mocks also? Yes, Shiva, we're going to conduct continuous mock tests, and we have a lot of online sectional tests. We'll give it to you. Do not worry about that. Yes. See, RPT pattern, Fatima, please understand, RPT pattern is not a different pattern. It's the same thing. It's only that someone is like, monitoring you. That is not possible for mock test, because please understand, I have to put a person for you. That is not possible. But yes, we'll try to kind of, if you want, what we'll do is, that's a good idea actually. Fatima has given a good idea. I'm sure our team can note. What we should do is we actually run one open IELT mock IELT probably in a simulated form. More like one test we can do. Not all mock tests we can do, but we can try and do one RPT mode. We'll definitely plan that. That's a good thing, Fatima. We'll do it for you. Do not worry. Yes. MH set update. See, August 18th is the thing that we already answered. MH set, I think my team should be able to give you an update. We'll give you. Do not worry. Yes. Yes. Already reopened and closed, Padma. That's the update. We'll have to see again what will happen. See, now that CLAT has changed, a lot of things again might change. So we'll wait and see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just CLAT 2020 module last point is not visible. Okay. Fine. I'll try to do that for you. I'm just putting the layout differently so that you can see it, Girish. I put the layout. You can see that now. Okay. Okay, Gautam is asking, can we have mocks daily instead of weekly mocks? Gautam, believe me, writing mocks alone will not help you without any preparation. Think of it, if you write mock every day, first of all, you have to write close to 60, 70 mocks. We let people write 60, 75, 80 mocks in the year. There's no use. In fact, Gautam, why don't you do this? If you want to write a mock every day, you can do it, because there are so many mocks that are already conducted. I would suggest you to kind of go back, take a test every day. You can practice a test every day. But just writing tests, if you have to write so many new tests, what will happen? You will not get a chance to analyze them, solve them, etc. So write one new test every week, but old test you can always write. Every day you can write an old complete mock test that you can try. Girish, what does withdraw application mean? That is, you don't want to write CLAT this year, so they'll pay you your money back, Girish. You did not write CLAT. That's the idea. Yes, Rohan, please understand. In fact, when you say daily or weekly, 2 times, etc., in fact, every year towards the last 15 days, we conduct a lot more mocks than weekly. Currently, we are doing weekly only because we have planned it and it's getting extended. So in August, as you come closer to the final exam, obviously we'll change. We'll keep having more exams. Do not worry about that. That will do. Just writing exam will not help. You have to do a lot of analysis. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Durga Bhavani, yes, managing time. I think we have done one session on sectional strategies and time handling, Durga. I would suggest you to kind of go through it. We have done a 2.5 hour beautiful session, 150 minutes, 2.5 hour online webinar on sectional strategies, time management, etc. I would want you to go through it, please. Okay. Right. Will it be possible to repeat the mocks? I think at this point in time, what happens is you can definitely the papers are available to you. The thing is available to you. You can always look at the questions and solve. In terms of reattempting it, we'll look into it what's possible, because for us the problem is more like your data. So we'll definitely plan it in the August. We'll definitely plan it. Do not worry about that. We'll think of it. Yes, Gautam, once you reattempting basically means you practicing it yourself. But what I'll do is, in terms of reattempting it, can we refresh it, etc. Will definitely work on it. Do not worry about it. As August looms, we'll plan that. That is something that we can plan. Do not worry. Yes. Yes, we'll do that. Do not worry. Do not worry. We'll do that. We'll do that. Both of you, Gautam and Mint, both of you, I'm saying we'll do that. Yeah, Utkarsh, the only thing is practice. Lot of things when you're doing something newly, right? When something is new to us, believe me, let me give you my own example. I find it very difficult when I've started online classes to write online, believe me, on tablet. Teachers find it very difficult to do online classes. When they do on whiteboard, it's comfortable. The only thing that we can do is practice. Please understand that. The only thing we can do is practice. I would suggest you to kind of online reading, Java practice karo, practice more online reading through ReadMark, etc., or through any browsing you do that. That's the best way to kind of overcome that this thing. And we'll definitely enable that all the mock tests you can do again. Do not worry about that. We'll do that. So good. I think we had a 45 minutes flash live session. I hope I've answered some of your questions. We will keep having questions. Do not worry. We'll meet in classes. We'll keep doing webinars. I think this weekend also we have a very beautiful webinar coming up. We have a very interesting webinar coming up on the new types of question in quantitative techniques, exploding set questions. So you can tell your friends, all of you, you can be ready. We are doing a special webinar on how to handle the mathematics QT explosive set, how to do the exploding the set kind of models. That specifically we're doing one entire webinar. So you can tell your friends, you can always reach out. I think you will get details of the webinar also soon, tomorrow. Be ready for that. Okay, so that is where I'll end the session for today, friends. Thank you all for coming and wish you the very best. And I wanted to kind of know that we are there with you. We are continuously there with you. You're going to do a lot of mocks and a couple of interesting questions and ideas have come. We'll definitely implement them. We'll look at it. Okay. Rohan, finally, I think I'm just about to close. Rohan, ReadMark is a app that is developed by AbhyaasLawPrep to enable online reading. It's an app that people use across our place for over 2 years. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay, guys, all of you. See you again. Bye. Gautam, I've answered the IELTS question earlier in another session, so I'm stopping here. Currently, it's only in New Delhi.